the touchscreen love. Every time we kiss, I see your face light up. Similar to lightning bugs. Swear I never felt this, so it must be love. Girl, we got the touchscreen love.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Cigar Sundays. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always joined by the illustrious Cigarden Panel with at I am Jazz Garcelle and the God Ali Dawood L at BK Soul Farm. Peace, family.
Yo, peace, God. What you dealing with?
Man. A little technical difficulty. Showed up. We on CPT this evening.
Nah, it's only a few minutes past. It's all good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If for anybody out here joining, you new to the channel, make sure to like and share the video. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can know when we go live and you don't miss an episode of Cigar Sundays live. How about that one?
Baby.
And don't forget to check out the links in the description because we got some really good things for everybody from music to literature to apparel. Man, so go, y'all check out that stuff and support.
Word.
So yeah, guys. So tonight we getting into it. We got casual dating is the topic. Is it bad, good, misunderstood? You know, let's live in the moment. Forget about tomorrow.
Now, I want you definitely gotta pull up these definitions because that's what I think it means. You know, live in the moment. Forget about tomorrow. That's what I think it means. But I might be wrong, and I'm open to that. I'm hoping I'm wrong, right? Because if not, I'm scared to death of the realities of what people are doing. Because they're living in hypocrisy, definitely, and it's scary. So yeah, we gotta get into it, fam.
Yeah,
Hope our sister
definitely.
show up tonight.
Huh?
I hope our sister show up tonight. It ain't gonna
Yeah,
be.
she might pull up.
It's gonna look bad to guys talking about it.
Oh, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna try not to lean too hard to my masculine. You know, I'm not gonna be with a toxic masculinity. I'm gonna try to dial it down a little bit, you know. But you know, we got a little ways to go. Let's see. Let's see how well we do. You know, I don't want to have no expectations of myself that I can't, you know.
Yeah, I copped out early. I begged for the sister to be here.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna go to Google first.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. So when we actually pull up a Google meaning, when we just type it in, okay, casual dating definition. What does it mean to be casually dating? Well, that's something out of brides.com. Okay. And here, you know, they have all the questions people ask, but they have a little Wikipedia type of definition.
Yeah.
And they say casual dating or a casual relationship is a physical and emotional relationship between two people who may have casual sex or a near sexual relationship while staying loyal to each other without necessarily demanding or expecting the additional commitments of a more formal romantic relationship. It's early, guys. It's early. It's early. It's early. It's early. I know. It's early. It's early. Not yet. Not yet. We got more. So we got more. You know.
Word.
Okay, so we got this is interesting right here. Pulled this up on this Yahoo search engine, and this was created by AI. You know, I put in casual dating definition, and it says casual dating refers to a type of relationship where two people engage in a romantic or sexual relationship without any commitment or expectations of a long-term partnership. It is a more relaxed and informal approach to dating. Casual dating allows for flexibility and freedom in the relationship. There are typically no exclusivity or long-term commitments involved. It is also characterized by spontaneous plans and a focus on enjoying the present moment. And last but not least, participants in casual dating relationships may or may not be sexually intimate. So that was what AI said. And Wikipedia said that when we actually go to try to get a real definition, like out of the dictionary, you know, the only thing I believe we're going to be able to get is casual. Okay.
See, you
And casual
can't parse
already
it
is,
like that. We can't parse it like that. We gonna mess it up.
but it's a part of the word. It already says relaxed and unconcerned. It already says relaxed and unconcerned. I mean, we know the dating part is just going to be the human aspect of it, as far as the two people getting together.
Maybe dating is what needs to be defined. Maybe I don't know what dating is, right? Because
Establish or ascertain the date of. Oh, hold on. We at date. We need to see more. It's dating. Okay.
number 3.
To go out with someone who is romantically or sexually interested. So there we go. So if you casually romantic or casually sexually interested, what was it? Let's see what was that right there? Unconcerned about relaxed dating.
Yeah, relax. Yeah, relax.
Relaxed.
Unconcerned. Yeah.
Unconcerned. Not regular or permanent. Irregularly, temporary, part-time, freelance. Give me some of that freelance, baby.
Oh man.
That's what it is. It's freelance. You know?
I ain't gonna lie, fam. I'm taking issue with the definitions that we're pulling up. Not
Uninhibited.
not with the parsing of it, but with the actual with the AI definitions, definitely. Because it starts off by saying two people, something that two people do, right? Two people engage in reckless sex.
Did they say reckless sex? They didn't say reckless. They say reckless sex. They said
unconcerned.
unconcerned. Yeah, I mean that shit sound reckless. That do sound reckless.
With non-committal, multiple partners, right? No expectations.
Yes.
Um, um,
They did here say that they may or may not be sexually intimate.
yeah, right. But my issue is it starts out with a lie, and because it tells you two, it's something that two people do, right? But it's involving a whole bunch of people, so it's a group activity, right? Casual dating is a group sport. Like it's not a it's almost like a swingers party or like a orgy almost, right? Like it's um
In some settings.
right. I mean, and not maybe not that extreme, but like as far as nobody cares, nobody's like you came here with somebody, you might have a good time, but you don't leave with the person you came with, right? Or maybe not, and that's okay too, right? Like it's just weird. Like it ain't two people, right? Because whatever the other person is doing that affects you, whatever you doing affects the other person, right? And that's a misconception that got to go away where we think that whatever we do only affects us.
Real talk. Real talk. Yes, indeed. So they say with two people, like what you was talking about, two people engage in a romantic or sexual relationship without any commitment or expectations of a long-term partnership. And this is where it becomes, this is where like this is the root of it. Where we talking about dating with the purpose. So if as a man or a woman, as a human being, you know what, let me say this for everybody. This for anybody interacting with other people. All right. Because everybody gonna be sexually active and everybody gonna be in a relationship. And now and these days in our new times, you know, it's different types of relationship. But a partnership is a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
So the AI definition says clearly without any commitment or expectations of a long-term partnership. So the only thing that's going to happen is without dating with an intent, without saying, okay, I'm looking for a wife, okay, or I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for somebody I could build with. I'm looking for somebody I can learn, I can grow. One of the things that I know is that people are not taught to think that way. I know I wasn't taught to think that way. I had to get to a certain point and go through a whole bunch of dating, you know, um, but it wasn't wasn't a lot of casual dating, but it was a lot of dating, going through people to find out, to learn myself, to learn things. But I do know, knowing what I know now, you know, if I would have known what I know now, it'd probably been just even maybe like a quarter of what I know now. I wouldn't even say everything, but just a quarter, some core things.
Yeah, let
Then
me ask you a question real quick on that, guy, because you say that because I would you say you was going through people, right? Like learning people. How true is that, right? Because at any one of those people, had they been the right person, would you have stopped, or was you just in the phase of just going through people, right? Like
I stopped where I thought it was right at, where I thought I was right at every
right.
time.
So every time, right? So
Yeah,
so I don't think that should qualify as casual dating because you were dating with a purpose. You was
that's what I'm
looking
saying. I
for
wasn't dating casually, right?
you wasn't dating casually at all,
Mm-mm.
right? You wasn't even going through people,
Well, I
right?
was going through people because they ain't last, they ain't here.
Yeah,
So
but that wasn't the intent. The intent
no,
was for them to last, and they just fell short.
yeah,
Versus
we ain't work out.
versus I ain't looking for no relationship. I'm out here just slinging um breaking hearts. I don't care if you married, not married, in a relationship, not
We gotta get to that.
might go both ways or all ways because hell, it's just casual. Don't matter anyway, right?
Right.
Um,
That's a mindset. That is a mindset.
so with that definition, even with the AI definition, if it's stopped at that at where the two people have an agreement, it's kind of crazy. The two people have an agreement that they are not going to be long-term partners, but they are making that agreement with each other, and they may or may not have sex, but they are doing all this emotional stuff. If that was the end of it, where those two people did that, that is called marriage, right? Like that's called
Right.
that's called like if even if you don't get married to a person, like in some states, if you stay with a person long enough, you common law,
Right.
right? So people are tricking themselves. I think even with a lot of this wordplay into not understanding the situations that they are in. That's why I asked you, would you have stopped? And you said you stopped every time. Every time
Yeah.
you thought
Yeah.
this person was the one
They was giving a
potentially.
shot. They was
They
giving
was
a
giving a
shot.
shot, right?
Yeah, they
Like
was giving a shot.
correct. So that's what I'm talking about, right? That's and casual dating. I think the way people explain it, they explain it the way that you explain it, and it sounds romantic and it sounds logical, right?
Yeah, but but I
And they're
said
not
you're
doing what you're
right.
doing
You're right. I'm saying I didn't date casually.
at all.
Like I didn't. I never did because I came up and I seen my granddad loving on my grandmama. And I seen them go
Facts.
through all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So my mother was married, you know what I'm saying? So I seen that it can be done, but and you look and learn and from all of those things, and then you go through your own experiences too. But I had to be dating with an intent to want to marry somebody, to want to have something a long-term partnership with somebody.
Facts.
And that's what we talk about. Like people don't just sharing my own experience, right? But like you just said, like general consensus, there is those mindset. It's a mindset of, and that's a problem too, women, because women got this mindset of where they smashing everything now too. Um, but that is a mindset now. When we go to look examining that, looking at what that looks like, that look like getting old by yourself. That's what that look like. Because you just go through so many things, and I'm convinced that if a person allows themselves to keep going through the same thing, like then that's what they like. It's just a matter of if they're gonna be honest with themselves to say that they like that.
Correct. Correct. And if they are honest with themselves, they're gonna have to stop complaining about it and take responsibility and own everything that come with that, which is why they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's very rare. It's very, very rare. And that's where it starts. It always start. The change start with us first. I used to think that was a cliche of like, if you want to be the change, if you want to see change, you got to be the change. And it's just like, if you just really look at that, like really just dumb it down, don't try to overanalyze it or make it, and you look at where you can apply, okay, well, I don't like how this is going in my life. What do I have the ability to do to make it be different? And you did something different. That's a change because you changed up
Absolutely.
what you was doing before. So person don't realize that they make changes in their life. You know what I'm saying? But then just admit you being selective with the change that you're trying to make. That's fair.
Yo, God, I'm having an issue right now 'cause I'm thinking about this word, and I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting a much different definition of dating
Okay.
and of casual dating, right? Like, in my mind, I was looking for like almost like a process. Like dating is a part of a process that leads to something. Um, I thought like courting was a part of it. Like you became before or after it. I don't know. I thought all these words like derived from somewhere that had like a meaning. That was just so um willy nilly.
But it's just like the results of casual dating.
Yeah.
you know, so so they kind of coincide. It's a willy-nilly ass definition for people being willy-nilly with their life and they private parts, they intimacy, they women giving the one thing they can't get back with or share with nobody, dudes out here just what I'm saying, passing stuff around. It's wild. So
And
you like,
yeah,
so it's like, and both vice versa. So it's like, come
yeah.
on, man. And like
And that's why I called it reckless sex, right? Because to me, that's honest, right? If you're not protecting yourself, like then you being reckless. If you don't have a plan, then you're being reckless. If
So what if I'm out here casually dating and I'm using protection though every single time though? So am I still being reckless?
Nah, son, you saving lives, right? Because you're not out here reproducing, right? You're not passing that gene of dysfunction around to reproduce more dysfunctional cats, right? Um,
Are you sure I'm not? Because my interaction with that woman, God, is just treating her like she just a piece, even though she might be just treating me like a piece. So we might both be just pieces for that moment, right? We both just smashing for the
that's
moment.
cool.
That's toxic though, because then I leave, I go to the next person, end up doing the same thing. They leave, they go to the next person, end up doing the same thing. Ain't nobody grow from nothing.
No, 100%. But I'm only answering the question of as far as being safe or not because you wear protection, and
Okay.
and I'm sticking on the point of
Not
because
passing
neither
around
one of
no
y'all are
STD
reproducing.
and
So because you're not
your
reproducing the
responsibility.
life,
Yeah.
nobody has to be mad at each other or take out that anger on this innocent life that was produced from y'all recklessness. So y'all can so now y'all still have time to learn from the lessons of the life that you have lived versus once you have a child now it's like all right, whatever you learn you better remember that joint right now because dun, dun, dun,
It's go time.
it's go time.
Yeah. It ain't no game when another human life come out like,
Nah, sir.
yeah,
Right? And I don't know, maybe because I had keys since I was 8, right? I've been responsible for myself, my little brother, till my parents got home, for a long time, right? And the time period in which I grew up, responsibility is kind of huge to me, right? Like it's not a I don't like being reckless, right? Not pretending to be reckless, right? Like it's one thing to be out there again on a mission, you just doing your thing, but you protect it and it's like, all right, do what you got to do. But it's a lot of diseases, there's a lot of germs. Like we had a whole pandemic from people just not washing their hands. Like imagine what they're doing with everything else.
Right. I know. I don't even want to imagine it.
like, like the whole planet was shut down, fam.
I
From
know.
cats not washing their hands and they out here dirty den. Like, um,
They out here having fun, God. I don't know what you talking
fuck,
about.
and that's why it's scary, right? Like,
They
like
living their best life. They having rendezvous and you know romantic appointments. That's what they
getting flued
on.
out.
You know where that bag at?
That's crazy.
Real talk. That's what they doing.
So how do we even have a conversation about um first dates, where dudes can't take women on first dates if we casually date anyway?
I mean, you have to go out and get to know someone. Like you have to spend time together. Because it's no way. I don't believe that talking on the phone and video call and like nah, like you gotta spend physical time with that person. Um, and the first date should never be the, you know what I'm saying? I'm a player from the Himalayas. Now I'm married. I'm talking shit, but you know what I'm saying. But like first date, man, you shouldn't. That should not be the goal. First date should not, because when she chose you, you already knew that she could get that. That you was gonna get that, if as long as you ain't mess it up.
Correct.
So when
Because
she gave you, she
because
gave
she
you
already
her
gave you the
attention,
number, she already gave you her attention. You already won.
right? So now it's just if you able to follow through, and when you examine that, man, you just like, okay, first dates. I never thought, pulling from my own personal experience, I never thought the first date would be good for that, because then, you have all of these, you got all of these things, these social things, these, your own personal experiences, and you just like, man, like if you doing that on the very first date, like I'm not that special. Like I'm flattered. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? I know but you comfortable with doing that. So you have to have a history of that, you
Yeah.
know? And that even goes for the guy too. Like that can't be just one-sided. So a young lady, a lot of times young ladies who practice not giving up the draws all quick, they look at that like, you know what I'm saying, like, why you so pressed to hit it, you know for those particular young ladies. I know it's a whole culture that's just like, they sexy red. So, and
And
we
it's
already had the
growing.
little
It's
Kims and
growing every
Meg the
day.
Stallions and the Nickies and and
Yeah.
Cardis and stuff like that. So, and it don't be that they be promoting. Well, I can't say everybody. I ain't gonna say all y'all ladies, but you know what I'm saying. It's a lot. It's real sexy, and some of the stuff be a little bit too much, man. Some of the stuff, little girls got to hear that stuff, you know. But maybe the bag is more important than you know little girls hearing that stuff. My nieces,
My granddaughter, man, it's
my,
scary, bro.
you know what I'm saying, like, you know. And I know they arguments be like, well, you gotta, and you do. I can't knock it, but we could have a better representation though. Something
Hmm.
be a little sprinkle in there. Everybody
Hmm.
ain't got to be on the same vibe, you know. So because the girls who they'll say who do the stuff, we don't see them. They don't get they not on the main screen, you know. I would say even the guys, do we see, is there a male rapper that's like the biggest male rapper that it's not about bitches and hoes?
Yeah, seen. Common. Well, no, in the lyrics
Big,
or in
big.
real life.
No, big. I'm talking about just like, you know, we not talking about like, shout out to Most Def. Shout out to and or formerly known as Most Def and
Yeah. Common. Yeah.
Common, them guys, shout out to all them guys, but they not in the top 100 right
That
today.
that's true. That's true.
They not influencing the culture.
That's true.
All them
The,
young ladies I mentioned
in
influencing the
fact,
culture.
the cast that's influencing the culture promote reckless sex, right? The a lot the majority of the cast that's influencing the culture promote like all like sex without just they promote fun. They promote in the name of fun, effort. Um, just do it, and that's where we at. We stuck in a trance of fun, right? And so the anybody that's influential wouldn't be in the top 100 for real, for real. Anybody that would be positively influential.
Definitely ain't gonna be in that top 10 at all. At all. So yeah, so like, it's relaxed, unconcerned. Casual alone is relaxed, unconcerned, friendly,
Mm.
informal, unceremonious, uh, easygoing, uninhibited, open, laid back, temporary, part-time.
Yo, you still got to do like birthday stuff and Valentine stuff and any of those things in casual relationships? I wonder. Like, is because it say no expectations, but to me that suggests no expectations of a ring. I think there's still expectations of a girlfriend treatment.
Of things. Well, it does say specifically without any commitment or expectations of a long-term partnership.
That's the
So,
only thing that not.
right. Like I ain't gonna be with you forever. Whenever the whenever the feeling is gone, I'm out of here.
Whenever the funds run out, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done. When it ain't fun no more, I'm gone.
That's fun. That's funny.
you know. And then we ask how much is that is tied to sexual emotion, you know? Like how much is that tied to when the fun runs out? Is it because there's an inability to communicate? Is that the fun? Is there, and the intimacy is still there? Is it because that the intimacy is not there, but then you can still communicate? Is it the communication is toxic, but then you got that? So what part of the fun? We not going, somebody lost their job, it ain't no money, the bills not getting paid. What part of the fun happens? They don't have no drive, no determination,
Yo, I
whether it's
think I think all that what you just said. Like I think for the first part for communication, it was I think it went from a lack of communication to now we done spent so much time together. Now we're communicating more, and I figured out I don't like you. Right? It's
that
kind of like that.
happens. That's real.
Look,
That's a
look
real
again.
thing.
Go back to the pandemic, right?
That's a real thing.
Like mad people got stuck in the house with people that that they chose that they
Yeah.
were looking at sideways like I messed up
Yeah.
and now I want to kill myself or unalive right like man relationships broke apart yo people urged for the kids to go back to school like it was like I don't want no part of the decisions that I made. Right? I made these kids, but I don't want them no more. I chose this person, but I don't want to see them no more.
Right.
Right? So it's almost like that's like everything you said, right? Like I think it was just it got too real, right? It went from just casual conversations to a real conversation.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people were scared to death, um, for sure during the pandemic,
Hmm.
and I don't know if that actually played a role in, that anxiety played a role in contributing to to a lot of people's decisions. I'm sure it did, but yeah, that's unfortunate for everybody who went through that and that was directly affected by that, and that made a person start to examine things. But it's like, see, I understand that when I realized I was in a relationship in the military and I was long distance, and I realized that, like, when you start the relationship and you don't really you don't really know the person like that, and then you go and live, now you actually existing with the person, you things like that can happen, where it's just like, okay, the long distance part was cool because every time you seen a person, they knew you was going to leave, so
Correct.
everything's great.
Correct.
you
Get a
know
chance to miss you.
they don't, yeah, and you're gonna be on your best behavior because you was out gone wherever you doing now, you coming home trying to get,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
that's normal. But then let's say you come back and you stateside, and then you station somewhere, and now you
You gonna
realize you
leave.
don't like this person. Like, you realize that now you're learning this person as a friend and living cohabitating with them, and you just like, damn, I don't even really like you for real. You know,
And that's why I thought that there was stages to this thing, right? Because I think that the long distance part is one thing, and then when y'all cohabitate, that's a different stage, right? Because now y'all was learning each other in this part. Now we moving on to a different thing, and now we got to learn each other in this part and figure out if we like each other for real, right? Like
and see, and that's backwards
right?
because we should have did that before we smashed. Okay, we should have did that before we smashed. Before we should have put that as a priority.
Correct.
Even if we did smash, we should have put that as a priority, and that's what we talking about, like being older now, knowing that,
Correct.
like, you're gonna need your friend because you ain't gonna always be able to have sex, man. You're gonna get old, and the goal is to get old together. So if you put
And
that
that's why I
as a,
use the pandemic, because again, a lot of people realize that they had the wrong partners,
yeah,
right? And it's because they went from casual dating to all of a sudden married in the
and
name
they
of
was
keeping up.
married the whole time and didn't even know it, right? It was in a honeymoon phase. That's what I
The
call it.
whole entire time,
The whole
right?
time in the honeymoon phase. Yeah, yeah, that's a real thing that happens. You know, it's just people need to realize, like, well, I ain't gonna say they need to, but they have to realize at some point that's like, okay, that was that. We got that under control. You know, let's get under control these things that seem that we don't have under control.
Correct.
You know, but that's gonna take what? Communication. And if you realize that you ain't never talked to the person, y'all don't have any methods of communication towards each other, that y'all never built on, because it wasn't a thing of, let's make sure that we building our communication together, that we talking about things no matter what it is, that we best friends for real. We tell each other everything. So we don't tell nobody. We don't tell our kids, nobody, you know. So it's like,
And in my mind, that's what your other person is supposed to be. That person,
right,
the person that you can tell your secrets that you don't tell nobody else. Right? This is the person that can legally don't can't testify against you.
that
Right?
part. That's why.
Like the relationship is so strong and powerful that in the court of law they cannot force this person to testify against you. That's how much information that this person is supposed to know about you.
You feel me?
But it seemed like we scared to get vulnerable with that person, and we show vulnerability to other people to and find happiness to where in different segments and stuff, right? Like people got they got ladies that got guys at different days of the week kind of thing.
Oh yeah, they call it a roster, something like that. They call that
Right,
thing a roster.
right. Like like that roster. They really do got they really do got one person that is all of those things, but they scared to death, right? So they maintain the roster and they lose out on the one, and that be the person that either got away or the one that they broke their heart or whatever, right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean they traumatized, and most of the time when people doing that, they don't have nothing that they really want. They have never looked at their self to find out what they truly need in another person, you know. And that's why I'd be like, they're basing it purely sexual. They have to be based in it purely sexual, because there's no way I could keep getting into relationships and they keep ending the same, and I keep ending with the same results, unless I like it or it's my fault.
So what are we saying about casual dating right now, right? Because uh,
Well, I'm gonna say if it's good, all right, it's good because a person doesn't want any commitment or doesn't want to have any expectations with another person for a long-term partnership. So it would be good to a person like that. And I would suggest to them, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't create any responsibilities that you can't afford, you know, because trust me, my tax dollars already going to pay a whole lot.
check it out. Creating a responsibility is anti casual dating, right?
Right. Well,
That's why I say, right?
it's
You gotta,
unconcerned, yeah, because it's unconcerned, you know. But they
right?
say it's not regular or permanent, and we just did regular,
Yeah.
and they say it's
And,
not regular. So that shows you the lack of consistency.
and nah, you can't.
And it ain't even regular. I'm casual day, so you ain't even regular. You a casual dater. You ain't even regular. But you got
Nah,
all the women, right? You know what I'm saying? Or you got the dudes lined up.
it's scary out here, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just for
Uh,
what? For I don't think it's no trophies for that when you get old.
nah.
You know, you get old and haven't built nothing with somebody. You just old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ain't no real trophies for when you young, to
there
be
ain't no
honest.
trophies for when you young, because you just get traumatized, right? And
Because you just adding on to your trauma, like you self not self diagnosing when you take your own medication, when you self medicate, right? Um, it's like when cats to say that like they smoke because they like smoking, right? They just love to crush up and roll up and smoke. And I'm like, I don't know. I think that you smoking because you coping for something, right? You lacking somewhere, and and you smoke so much as a coping mechanism, and you're not recognizing or acknowledging the things that that is traumatizing you, right? Like you just keep ignoring it, and it just keep making everything worse and worse and worse, right? And the more you ignore it, calling it something else, pretending like you like it, making yourself like it, you actually start thinking that you like it for real, and now you living like this, and you saying that you want better, but you out here just smoking for no reason. Are you there? Or you frozen?
Nah, I'm here, God.
Word.
I'm just listening to you. I was trying to send this thing out.
Right.
I mean, that goes back to what we were saying earlier about how if you want to be the change, like you gotta be the change. Like,
You got to be the change.
I mean, that's it. Like you gotta do the work. It's no shortcuts to doing the work. That's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I don't take them. That's why I ain't looking for them, because I'm just like, bro, like it feels good when you are a person who is not lazy. It
Yeah.
feels good to put in work and see the work at the end of the day. It feels good. You feel rewarded. That does not mean that it's only restricted to getting up, going to somebody's job.
Correct. Correct.
But
Because I thought, because the first thing I was thinking about was, you put in the effort, because that's what I'm thinking about work. I wasn't even thinking about going to somebody's job.
right,
I was just thinking about creating stuff.
that's right.
and, and producing and thinking of a master plan, right? Like that's all I was thinking about, and accomplishing your goals, right? Like the fact that if you can think of a thing and you work towards that, and you actually accomplish it, like nobody can take that away from you, right? Like nobody can take that experience. Nobody can say that you're a liar. Nobody can deny your reality. Like, and you don't even have to prove it for real, because like you did it, right?
What they say, when you know, you know.
You know,
So
right? Like you,
and
you
and you're
literally,
not any different from anyone else, because everybody else had to do the same work.
yeah, like that's the difference, is you chose to do the work versus the people that chose not to do the work.
That's it.
The cast that decided to stand on the sidelines and look, to be spectators. They want to pay an admission fee. They wanna stand in a concession line and buy all the popcorn and beer, and they want to cheer and yell from the stands, and then they want to have all these opinions about all of your efforts and work. You know,
And that's normal, God. Like
and that's cool. That's cool, right?
that's normal, yeah.
And and
That's normal. I just, I understand why.
right?
I
But
understand why, but
but
that's because everything that they probably doing, those people who are in those positions, everything they did, they probably approached it so casually. They never
That's what
approached
I'm saying,
anything
right?
with
Because I'm
conviction.
saying the cats in the stands, no matter what they say, like it kind of don't matter, right? Like because the cat on the field, the cat on the court,
They hooping, yeah. They balling,
like,
yeah.
like they listen to the coach, right? They listen to the referee, right? Like if they listening to you, they gonna mess up all their money,
Right.
right? And then you gonna be talking about how they mess up their money because they was listening to you. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's it. That's if you listen to the sidelines.
That's if you listen to the sidelines. And why would you do that? If because the doers are too busy doing stuff. Right?
Yep. Yep. Okay, that's what's up.
You know,
Yep, the dudes are too busy doing stuff. And that is such a thing that I've been noticing lately. Like, man, like a lot of people just taking a lot of things casually.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like we should have just went on casual and then just came in with the dating, casual sex, casual work, casual casual anything. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, anything that you put casual in the front of, that's the root. It's already telling you that it's unconcerned. So you're doing it without any concern of an outcome, you know, without any long-term goal. And they say it's temporary, it's part-time. I mean, so in relation to casual dating, then it's like, all right, if I'm going to casually date and I know that it's temporary, I know it's part-time, and how much of myself am I going to give to this? You know, and that would be a question I would put out there. Like we say, when we do these podcasts, we ain't the gurus. We just throw this stuff out here so you can see if it
Yeah.
applies to you. It might sound good. If it sound good, pick it up. If it don't, leave it right here on the plate in the kitchen.
Yo, son, I just started thinking like how hard would it be to be actively casually dating and actively on a hunt for a partner at the same time?
You really can't do it. You can't do it.
You can't keep your eye open.
No, you can't do it. Well, I couldn't do it. And the reason why is because if everything else is fun, all right, but then you have somebody else that you realize and like you starting to care about that person, and you really feeling that person, you really digging them, everything, you're learning that person and you starting to like them, then if you still messing around, like you really already starting off the relationship basically, you know, not trying to be monogamous. You're not coming into the relationship like, this is one of the things that I bring to the relationship. I got dick control. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't out here just reckless with it. So, you know, but when everything casual, nobody cares about control. She don't care about the control of hers. He don't care about the control of his. Them don't care about the control of theirs. So,
I asked
you know
that
what I'm saying?
question because the, Rest of Dead. I think about the Kevin Samuels and all of the type of shows that have popped up, since he transitioned. Um, why would there even be a need for a show like that if everybody is casually dating? Right? If so many people are casually dating, it seems like so many people are trying to do both.
Oh, like they acting like Kevin Samuels wasn't pulling from real life experiences. Like he was just like he was just making this up.
like he was just
Yeah.
making it up.
Like he's just in fantasy make believe
Right?
world.
Because he had used in general terms, kind of like I do, right? Like everybody, like even though you say everybody, you ain't saying everybody, right? Even though you say women, you ain't saying all women,
Right.
right? But
Right. That's right.
right, but a lazy person will take and accept that as that because they was looking for a reason to not agree with you in the first place.
Facts.
They don't want to do no work, right? Like
Facts.
so yeah. Like I was just thinking about that
Facts. Yeah.
because it seemed like people are trying to do both. They're trying to casually date and look for a life partner at the same time.
Yeah, you can't do both.
And I think that is,
You're not
at least that's what I
focused.
think I'm seeing when I'm looking at all these podcast shows and I look at the panel of women and the panel of dudes and the panel of the mix, and they talking about these things. It seems like everybody talking around the issue, but not necessarily talking directly to the point of what's the actual thing. And I don't know. That's what I think anyway.
They not, they get into some stuff, but everybody tries to keep it entertaining. And some of the commentary I see, some of the stuff that I see is not bad, like it's kind of some decent stuff. But it's all sprinkled in the pot when you got the culture like, who cares? So when you got, that's what I was saying, like when you got, if I'm a guy and I got 12 guys, that's my boys, that's who I hang out with, okay? And let's say out of that 12, only 2 are married. I don't need to be hanging with that group like that. See, a guy say, I don't need to be hanging with that group like that, But women won't care. Some women won't care. And I would have to say some guys probably won't care either. But you're around 10 other single people that are casual. They unconcerned. Nothing is permanent to them. So if I got something that's permanent that I value,
that's a dangerous circle you in.
It's dangerous to be around that, And not saying that if it's a group of 12 married guys that you still won't have some niggas that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you always gonna have more people that's concerned about the value that they have going on versus, man, hey, we just turned it up.
We just turned it up. Correct.
Correct. So, so when them things become casual, that's when that's why I'm like, it just translates to so many other things. And I've noticed that, like, people that have a lot of casual relationships have a lot of other casual relationships. Like, they have casual relationships with their finances.
Correct.
They have casual relationships with their goals.
Correct.
They have casual relationships with a lot of stuff, man. Like, this, it's just it be spilling over. Like, I seen a thing where with a guy, I think his name Dave Ramsey or something like that. He was like, millionaires usually are married. The number one thing that millionaires say or something like that is that, they are married or whatever percentile or data, and I was like, well, because we're not thinking about the money part of it. All right. What's the actual, you have someone that you're building with, that you can trust, that you both can do things and take advantage of tax situations and build. And, so it's like, it's the union and the partnership and the functionality of it that allows you to be able to take advantage of the things. So that way, when you get older, it ain't just who I screwed list. It ain't just a hit list of what I hit. It's the things that we can see that we allow hit to get, that we hit on, that we built. Correct. And casual dating don't facilitate that at all. And then those things be translating in other ways. People be casually in other areas of their life and don't realize, like, the root of it is because you're not focused for real.
Because you just been living life unconcerned. Right? You just been unconcerned. You're not focused.
Free and easy. That's the thing. Free and easy. Free and easy. Laid back. Part-time. So yeah. That's what they got on that. They got that casual situation together. We got right here, it says, what does it mean to be casual? And it says, if you are casual, you are, or you pretend to be, relaxed and not very concerned about what's happening or what you are doing.
It say pretend to be?
It says pretend to be. Yep, I can pull this up. Let me pull this up right quick.
Why would it say pretend to be?
This is on Google. This is a Google. This is a Google right here. Yep. So it says right here, what does it mean to be casual? If you are casual, you are, or you pretend to be, relaxed and not very concerned about what is happening or what you are doing. You know, and then they give a horrible example here. It says, he is an easygoing, friendly young man with a casual sort of attitude towards money. My picture won't never be around that definition. Ever. We ain't got no casual attitudes about no type of paper.
That's crazy.
Let's see. Let's see what it says in slang. What does it mean to be a person who does something only occasionally?
Oh, that's customers are casual.
Yeah, man. And what is casual versus dating? We didn't bring that one up. Casual dating is much more laid back, while a relationship or dating exclusively implies that the two of you are fully committed to each other.
See, it says you're in a relationship, you are more likely to be in constant contact with your significant other. Right? Like so Casa will be with somebody, right? But has somebody else that they chat with, that they be DMing with and be like, that's your person. Right? The person that you tell all your heart and soul stuff to, right? Like that's your person.
Right. Look, let's go over casual date. Hooking up. What we got? We got hooking up, booty calls. What else? Late night, some late night action.
What's the new term right now?
You know what they got? They got all them different little slangs. I don't even know because I don't be on it like that. You know, but you know, but I know that it's still something like it. Okay, so understanding that it's still something like that out here.
It's crazy.
You know, and then it's just, you know, and then we got the demon time. That's the other thing, the demon time.
Demon time, yeah.
You know, so where they just, I guess that's just smash anything, or that could be like, I guess that's some loving words to say, hey baby, let's, you know, get butt naked. I don't know. So I guess
so maybe that's a demon time is like anytime, anywhere, anybody, anything, right? Like
I don't even know. This I probably have to look up the definition. Looking like an old head out here.
so I'm gonna be honest, I 100% do not.
Okay, so demon time is defined as any time, and I mean anytime that anything can happen when you are experiencing demon time. It is a time in which you feel like an absolute god.
Demon time makes you feel like you feel like a god.
That's what they got on Google, fam. Can't make this up. Let's put it up. Let's What is the meaning of demon time? There it is right there. Yeah.
That's funny.
Can't make this up. What else we got right here? And they say in slang, a person considered extremely wicked, evil, or cruel, a person with great energy, drive, etc. He's a demon for work, a person, especially a child, who is very mischievous. I ain't even gonna read the rest. So,
Wow.
so that's what.
So we just gonna throw a bunch of words together and say that this they mean something, man. Yeah, that's crazy, fam. Like a demon, you make you feel like you like an absolute god. Like that's funny. Like anytime, anywhere, anything, right? Like that's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm anti reckless sex. I'm anti reckless activities. And that's a, and this is a good show because I was starting to feel bad, feeling like I was being too judgmental because I thought that I was ignorant on casual dating. I thought that my understanding was antiquated and old fashioned and maybe too finger pointy, right?
Yeah.
But this show has provided evidence to me that suggests that no, the finger was pointed correctly.
Correctly, right?
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, like, when I say I don't understand the point of casual dating or casually dating, I don't see the point, right? Like I'm not the kind of person in real life or in podcast time that is interested in wasting my time
And wasting my time.
or yours, right? If I'm looking in your eyes and we having a conversation and you yawning or whatever, I'm taking that as a sign I need to shut the hell up because I'm about to be talking to a wall, right? Like you got to read the room and if it means something to you, right? Like if you really trying to communicate and have understanding understood, right? So I don't understand casual dating. I don't understand anybody that's doing it. I don't understand anybody that's giving up the box or slinging D. Um,
Casually.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it, right? And I think if you are doing that, right, I think that you should be like in a club where y'all just do that with each other, right? Like don't taint the waters for everything. Like don't mess up anybody else and everybody else's stuff, right? Because there's a bunch of people that. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't do both. I think that's the problem, right? Cass is out here casually dating and looking for love at the same time, and that's my problem. Because that's a lie, right? Like you can't you there's no way that you can want both, right?
No,
So I, I
maybe,
don't
maybe. I
I
think,
don't
see, I
understand
think
casual
there
dating.
is, I think every woman, no matter how many men she ever been with, how many children she had by different men, or even if she had all the children by all the same dude, I think every single woman wants to be loved by one man, like, and have that whole storybook, Beauty and the Beast, Barbie
I think
Ken,
I think that's why they got those. I think that's why they got those stories.
you know,
Like those are the
all
aspirations.
that.
Those are the goals, right?
I do think that no matter what they allow themselves or subject themselves to, I don't think men feel like that because
We're beasts in the movie.
yeah, like and they just like you know
We're animals in the movies, right?
it
Like
the culture has made it comfortable for men to be like to not commit, to not value having a family, not value being a virtuous man to say like I don't have to be out here smashing everything down. I don't have to be out here trying to do all this, banging on my chest, standing up, swinging my thing-a-ling. I don't have to be doing all that. I could actually build something with someone because when you look at the dudes that be old and you know what I'm saying, they be looking like they be wanting to have somebody with them, you
the whole
know,
time.
for the overtime, man, for real.
these these old cats be the whole time they be hollering at these little young girls, hoping and praying that they because you got young and full of energy, so you can take care of me.
And that's why the older guys, like, I don't know if it's back in like it was then, but I'm still thinking now, based on what the social media stuff be saying, how uh they call I don't know, they got these new names, these high net worth individuals and all that. I don't even know, you know what I'm saying, what qualifies, but you know, we doing all right.
I think it's still up for debate.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put myself over there with that crew. But
Yeah, nah.
you know, but I see that
I'm off the beat.
that's a lot of where the social standards is coming from, you know, like where they making that that's what people competing against. That's what they all competing against
Hmm.
in that realm. So yeah, I'm just like, man, look, if you find somebody that you can build something with, or if you a guy who like I already got this part of the building, I need you to, you know what I'm saying, do that, that's fine. But the thing is like if all I'm gonna be doing is knocking down chicks, don't get old and then you know what I'm saying, not bask in that because that's what you got accomplished, you know, bask
Yeah,
in that and be okay with it because I don't know nobody, man. I don't know nobody who want to get old by themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even people who've been married, like if you've been married, you know, and they widows and stuff like that, and widowers, yeah, that's cool. Like, you know, we understand that stuff. But like, you just keep on living. But at the same time, when you talk about like all I did was I never tried to put in no work with nobody.
I was just smashing,
I
smashing,
was just
smashing.
smashing, smashing, smashing.
Yeah, nah, I agree, bro. Like, you know, nobody wants to be by themselves, so, right? You know, and that's why I say, people live in a lie and just have to acknowledge that part, right? Like, just be true. Like, you just can't do both at the same time. If you're gonna be a hoe, be a hoe.
That's it, right? And you know,
Like, just
whatever gender,
yeah, right.
just
Like I
own it,
don't care.
own it,
Just do that. Like, don't
own it, own it. Yeah, like it's not even. It's people don't want to take ownership.
like,
That's the crazy
like if
part.
you
Like
if
we
you
gotta
if
be
you
accountable
selling
for
box,
everything.
then you selling box, right? Like that come with a different conversation than than somebody that you meet that you actually want to get to know, right? Like a money exchange come with like, yo, what up?
Right. But see the people who actually selling it, I actually, you know what I'm saying, don't put any shame on them. You
No,
know,
because
like
they doing what they is up front. Like it's
yeah, like they being they self. They know they selling sex, and that's what they doing. So, and you know, I guess I could say I'm shaming the other people, but you know, I don't look at shame like bad. It's like I be ashamed of some shit I done did, and you know what I'm saying. I had to deal with it, the consequences, and be better. You know, so
right.
ain't nothing wrong with that. At least not for me. But if you're gonna be a hoe, yeah, like own it. Because those people who selling it, at least that's what they doing. And I could be honest, I never met a woman who wasn't that, who did not say that she was that. Never met a woman who did, and I'm talking about like on purpose, like that's what she do.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know how transparent people are nowadays. You know, and then
So
or how
Sister
conscious.
Jazz told us, I remember a few shows ago, after 3 months is when the transparency started to show.
3 months, right? So you find out 3 months later. What if you ain't paid? What if you ain't have to pay like everybody else was paying, right? So, and that type of stuff, that's what I'm talking about. See, if you and if you jump too soon, then come on. Then now, when you find that out, the only thing you're gonna be happy with is that she ain't charged you the way she charged everybody else. That's it. But
That's it.
But you're not gonna want to wife her
At all. At
you
all,
know.
right?
So that's why I think that, you know, those people that operate in that lifestyle, you know, I respect them for even the people who do pornography and stuff like that. You know, they open with it. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like that's y'all lifestyle. The people you deal with accept that, and they in your own personal relationships and everything, and
Correct.
that's cool. You know, but they honest with their stuff. It's this other world over here where people ain't honest about stuff.
Correct.
You know, so the regular people,
The people that scared to fart in front of each other.
you know, like is this the regular people? Like I'm telling you, some of these guys and they track
You mean the
records and
regular people
girls and
that
they
don't
track
want to be
records.
regular?
It's like you might as well have been a porn star. At least you would have got paid.
At least you would have got paid. Right?
You know, had something to show for it. You know, because it don't get celebrated like that. It ain't like girls could be like, well, I mean, now they can. Now women can be like, I got 200 bodies, I got 400 bodies, you know. And dudes could be the same thing. I got 1,000 bodies, you know. So I'm like, okay. When was the last time y'all had a checkup?
Facts, because I'm like, so how many of those bodies were same sex? How many of those bodies was not human, right? Like how many of those bodies, right? Like,
Man, I don't even know. I don't even want to get into it. I don't want to know.
right?
I don't
Like
want.
but and because when you bring up uh prostitutes, you bring up strippers, and you bring up porn stars, like those people on a morality scale, right? That made up bullshit, right? Would be on the lowest end of morality, right? However, those people are demonstrating the highest level of integrity and transparency, right? Like they are,
And
uh,
honesty, yes.
right? Like the lowest people, quote unquote, right, are living in their truth, right, and being judged by liars and do nothings, right? Because over here they begging to get their bills paid from people that they giving away box to casually for free. Oh.
Casually for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if all
Like,
you got, out the experience was some, if all I got out of the experience was some sex and a headache, like, you know what I'm saying? That was a waste of time.
That's what I'm saying, right? Me personally, I have a polygamous mindset, right? So when I look at another female, my thoughts are now like, do I want to pay any of her bills? Can I afford to pay any of her bills, right? Like, will this be a waste of her time and a waste of my time? And as long as that answer is yeah, then I'm cool with what I got, right? And if it changes, then it changes. But I'm not gonna lie to myself and say I'm gonna interfere with somebody, knowing all I got for them is dick and bubblegum, right? Like
Right.
that's just that's just
That's right.
uh no point to me, right? Like it's fruitless. Right? It's harmful almost, right? Because now, especially if you mess around and create something from that interaction, right? And now you got a responsibility that was produced out of that casualness. I don't know, man.
Man, big facts. Like it's I
Like
mean,
polygamy is more than just the sex part, bro. It's the responsibility and accountability factor as well, right?
yo,
And
it's food, clothing, and shelter for a whole nother family.
for a whole nother family, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not just another box to fold up. Like it's
Man, it
yeah, go
look
ahead.
good.
It look good.
It look good if you thinking with your little head. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
But when
telling
you
you,
do, but them, when you start thinking about light bills and cable bills and
health insurance
mortgages
and
and
man,
health
man,
insurance
what?
and dental, right? Because
Birthdays and come on and
birthday, because again,
holidays.
otherwise you're wasting time, right? And you're taking time away from somebody who could be benefiting, who could be occupying this space better, right? Or who has a purpose, right? Man, I just don't waste nobody's time, man.
Exactly.
Them days are
Exactly.
over. The days are over wasting my own time and wasting other people's time. Like that's
I think that's a big part of why people casually date because they are just unaware of time. You know, it's like it's like it's uh if you don't feel or if you feel better, then or you look like you feel, how that saying go? If you look like you feel like you look or something, it's something wild. But like if I'm looking at myself and I don't feel older or I don't feel like I need to do something different, then I'm gonna continue the same behavior
mm-hmm,
because it feels good to me. So I'm just doing what feels good to me,
mm-hmm. Now what is good for you?
not what is actually good for me.
Yeah,
Because I haven't taken the time to figure out
yeah.
what I need. You know, what would be good? Um what's reliable? What's gonna be partnership? What's gonna be stable? What's gonna be uh, you know, worth putting the effort? What's gonna be of value? So like if you're not going into it with that though, they be like, damn, what age, how old are you supposed to be before you start? You know?
Yeah, nah, bro. Like I say, right, like now I'd rather just pay for it, right? It's a whole lot easier, no hearts broken, right?
Yeah, like I mean, it's if a person was gonna cheat, if they married, man, save your
Just
time and pay for
say,
sex.
just say,
Don't
I mean,
cheat
like,
in the first place. But
yeah,
that's
I'm saying, but
I
if
see
like,
guys doing that shit. Like they'll go holler at the girl who work at the local this place.
yeah, and that's corny, right?
I'm like, why would
Like,
you do that?
and that's what I'm talking about. Like that is taking up an opportunity for her or for somebody else to fill that space that actually has the time to cultivate that area, right? Whereas you just on some party and bullshit time, right? You on demon time,
He's definitely not focused. He's
right?
definitely on some
Right.
casual time. Word.
You just want to smash as many as possible, and that's your focus, and that's cool. But I think you should tell a person up front, yo, I'm looking to hit a number, and I need you to be the next one,
Yeah, that's pretty much that's all that's happening.
right? Because
Yeah,
I'm
that's all.
bragging on my dick, so I need another notch.
But she was there, and she wanted to give him some anyway, because she
Facts,
gave him her attention.
facts,
You see, so he wasn't doing nothing but cashing in on the deal.
facts.
It's just she didn't even know that it was a game.
She thought,
She
but
wasn't thinking. You know what I'm saying?
she
She
was she
wasn't. She
wasn't. She
she was
she
just
she
having
felt like she was
fun.
thinking though. She
Yeah,
felt like she
just
felt like she
having
was
fun.
thinking, right? And but
Only for it to just be,
but
a
but
seat
lack of
change.
transparency, lack of integrity, right? Lack of honesty, right? All the way around.
Yeah, for the guys too. Like it's no real those words, integrity, honesty. They not being ingrained too deep. Now, definitely, I don't hear that in the music. I hear loyalty all the time and respect,
Not integrity, right?
not integrity. Nah.
Not nobody's talking about just being righteous and just doing the right thing, right? It's all other bullshit, right? And it's crazy because the last time we talked, I was introduced to the soft guy era thing, and and
Yeah.
and that joke been popping up on my timeline like crazy. I'm like, yo, son, like how like y'all corny because this is real, right?
Yeah.
Like like,
Yeah.
and every time I see it, I'm like, this guy gotta be playing, right? Like,
They ain't playing. They for real.
damn. That's funny.
Yeah, they ain't playing. They for real. And you know, I think it's a cop out. I think it's a cop out. That's like my personal opinion.
I
You know,
I agree, right? I think folks is looking for excuses to go to the other side, right? To come out the closet, so to speak, if that's still allowed to say, if that's not being disrespectful. I think from what I'm seeing, a lot of cats is on. Yeah, I watched some interview, some podcast clip today, and some rapper was sitting around with his homeboys on some show, and dude was talking about an experience he had with another dude some time back, and his man sitting there hearing this for the first time. He like, wait, what? Right? And the other two cats apparently knew all about this, and everybody's cool, and I'm like, and I'm feeling bad for money right here because he like what? Right? Like y'all cool? Like y'all like how is this even possible? I ain't know nothing about none of this. And and dude was talking was like, I don't give a fuck because what's somebody gonna do to me? What's somebody gonna say to me? They, I can defend this that I am if anybody got a problem with it. I'm like, damn, you like a bully with it, right? Like, so you just out here just literally having reckless sex, not giving a fuck, right? Don't care about married, not married, straight, not straight. Like you don't care about nothing, right? And but you up here talking about how men should be and what women should be. Like a lot of people shouldn't be allowed to talk about certain things.
Right.
Like they should be you are unqualified. Like just I'm like soon as my man found out that one of his mans was wide open, I'm saying like show over, uh or he gotta go because like because otherwise he's being punished, right? Because everybody else is gonna make him the bad guy for thinking that this thing is weird or whatever, right? Like it was just so strange, bro. Like so when I think about this casual dating, I think about the soft guy era. I think about an excuse to hop on some alternative lifestyle shit, right? And I
You
say
think
excuse
it's a
not
it's
as a
a
way
gateway
to
drug?
not as a way to belittle, because I don't give a fuck what people do, but I think people are ashamed to do what they do, so they're looking for excuses all the time, and 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 that's what I'm speaking towards. I'm speaking to the excuse, not the actual act. I think I'm
I get
safe.
that. I get that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that's normal. That's for actual people who don't want to do. It's always oh, I gotta do this, or this, or this is that, or an excuse is always an excuse to not do what needs to be done. So I mean, like that's what that's gonna be.
Yeah,
But from that, yeah, that's what's going on. Shoot, why try?
yeah, yeah. Because you already know, as soon as the robots become affordable.
Man, they got all that stuff out here now. It's crazy.
Yeah,
For
but I don't
real.
think they're affordable yet, though.
Oh, the robot. Oh, a whole robot. That's weird.
Like they got the sex dolls, but I don't think they're like I don't think they're affordable for regular people. I think they still like a band or two, right?
No, I don't know the cost. but but let me tell you something. All they gotta do is make people start paying for porn. That's it. So if they make people stop paying for porn, then they gonna buy them dolls. If
and
that's
and
what if
I can see that cat Ye doing that, right? Like he talking about coming out with his own porn studio, whatever,
who
and Kanye
talking about doing porn now,
not doing porn, but having his own
financing
porn
it.
studio. So I and what you just said, I can see cats paying to be on Kanye's porn site. Um,
That's so wild to me right there.
I
Like
can see it, bro.
no, no, it's just it don't. That's got to be a rumor. We not gonna.
Yeah, I don't know him, but
I don't want you to do that. Kanye, please don't do that, man. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, man. Like you better than that, man. Like I know it's
but it's,
money.
it's it's
I ain't
it's one
saying
of those
don't
clickbait
invest.
things that will
Telling
work
you how to
though. You know what
spend
I'm
your money,
saying?
man. I ain't telling you how to spend your money, man. But I'm just saying, like, big bro, like, do we need more of that?
Nah, but that'd be the again the excuses, right? Like again, this how you get to the robots. Because what you just say, once you start charging for porn, that's how you get to the robots. And I'm like, I think people will pay for for for, for Ye's fucking porn. Shit weird, bro.
For yay porn. Yay porn. You better not sample my voice for that shit either. I'm gonna go delete it. That's wild, man, Kanye, man. That is I'm
Yeah,
telling you, man.
but you,
People, they just put people names and so much stuff online, man. I'm just like, was that on his website? Did he drop that? Did he drop that
I
out
don't know,
Twitter?
but
Like,
it has so much interaction. that led me to believe that or to accept that if it was true, it would work. Right?
Because the guy, it had so many people interested, right?
It has so much interaction,
So he had a market base.
real or not real.
Yeah,
It could be real now, right?
yeah.
Because
If you drop a flick,
you know what I'm saying, and in reality, he ain't even got to drop a flick of him. He just gotta,
yeah, just drop. Yeah, he paying for it. This is his.
yeah,
I
right, like,
understand ownership. Just drop a flick, man. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy. I think that'll be wild, but
yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't support it.
Hell nah, bro. Ain't paying for porn. Paying for porn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna support it. you know, I won't share my political affiliation, but I tell you, I won't support Kanye's porn in that for the culture. If you didn't think I was down, I don't think we need that.
Nah, bro.
You know,
Like we need less sex, right?
you
We need
know,
more realism, right? Because
man, break Umar off with a little bit, but break Umar off with part of that bread for his school. And I'm not 100% supporter of Umar, but I like the idea of a school
yo,
that's teach some
the
higher
the
learning
the the Kanye got enough land for Umar School,
to some shorties that look like me.
right? Like, yeah, like it's a bunch of ways to win if winning was the intent, right? But if making money is the intent and the goal, then you don't have to be concerned about winning.
I mean, that's my big thing. Like now, it's like everybody be so hyped on building generational wealth, but the thing, nobody was taught to preserve the wealth that you do have.
Yeah, right. And and again, right, everybody's talking about generational wealth while at the same time saying fuck them kids.
Pretty much.
So how do you do both? How do you s- talk about generational wealth and say fuck them kids
Because remember
at
what
the
we
same
talked
time?
about? Remember what we talked about, God? It's casual with the finances too.
Casual with the finances too. This is terrible, right? Like it's terrible. Like casual dating cannot be good at all. Um, I think it should just be yeah. It's not good at all, right? Because it's a lie, right? Like it's starting off as a because again, right? If two people if it's stuck with the two people and they just we're not gonna put pressure on ourselves by labeling what it is that we have with each other, and we just gonna live life. And if I see you 3 days this week, that's cool. If I don't, that's cool. If I talk to you every day this week, that's cool. If I don't, that's cool. Um, that to me is your partner. You don't have to be living in the same house. You don't have to be married. You don't have like traditionally married. You don't have to. Um, you don't have to have no have tos, right? But that is your partner, right? That is your partner, and you should recognize that, right? Like again, that's why they got things called like common law marriage, right? Because you can be doing stuff with a person for so long, where it's like, yo, you tripping if you thinking like y'all not doing something real. Like y'all are doing something real. It's not casual, no matter what you say. you say you're doing something like I think New York is like 7 years, right? You can be casually dating the same person for 7 years. Then 7 years in a day, you married,
Yeah.
right? However it go,
Yeah,
right?
it's one of them common law 10 or something like that. But people casual with time.
Casual with time, right? And
And
I,
that's
I,
the first thing.
I think any dude, right? And because I'm a dude, I pick on dudes mostly. Any dude that moves in with a woman, I think is wrong in the first place. But I think that any dude that moves in with a woman, that should kind of be his wife to be, right? I think I'm moving in with you because you are the person that has agreed to hold me down and to grow with me. You're accepting me for who I am and how I am now with the expectation of us being better tomorrow, right? From both of our efforts. I think that's your partner, right? I think whether you get a ring or go to a judge or however you do it, I think that's your partner. I don't think y'all have a casual anything, right? But in these streets, because you don't have a ring, it's considered still casual. Because there's no because there's no paperwork, it's considered casual still, I think, right? And I think that's the part that's
Maybe.
making us hypocrites.
Maybe though. I don't think so much now is that I agree with everything else. I think maybe it's not that's not considered casual though, because of the common law part. So like, you with somebody for 10 years, if they want to make it an issue, they have legal grounds to go and make it an issue. When when they get to that point where they stop, where they realize that communication is not what they're gonna keep doing. When they wake up that day and they stop trying. Because another thing what you were saying was I agree with when it goes to you don't need a piece of paperwork is because or you don't need a ring or you don't need all this other stuff, but what you do need is that action of waking up every single day and putting that work in. So that's definitely going to be the thing that you're going to know if you should. I agree why you shouldn't move in with somebody if that's not what your goal is, because all it's doing is that's where the playing house part come in at.
That's where the playing house come in at, right?
Yeah, that's where the
Like
playing house part
doing
come
it
in.
in itself is not wrong,
Mm-mm.
but doing it without intentions is horrible. That's playing house. Good word, playing house.
Yeah, doing it without any commitment or expectation of a long-term partnership is playing house.
Yeah.
Because going in with it, saying, I want to learn this person, I want to know this person, I want to be here for them, and all that good stuff, everything that we do, that we pour into that person, okay, that's the expectation of I'm going to be here for a long time. That's that commitment to I'm going to do the work every single day, I'm going to get up, don't matter.
Hmm.
And that's why I said, yeah, like, you have to exemplify that a little bit before you marry somebody, I think. You have to be able to see some of that. You have to be able to see some of that commitment, some of that, to be able to, you have to have some feeling of that. Now, I know I done been married and have no feeling of that. But when I look at it, I would have to say, you know what, I did have some feelings of that, but I wasn't sure about it. I wasn't certain about it. I wasn't proficient in understanding if that's what I was actually seeing or if it was just a mirage, if it was an act, if it was phony. So that's why after that one situation, and then you go to another one, and you say, and you're not a person who out here being casual, and you get into a relationship, and now you learn from yourself, you learn from the other things you're picking up, but you're still trying to pursue with the commitment of expectation of a long term. And then you can see them things and realize like some shit ain't you. Some shit is what the other person is dealing with. It don't work out. And then you gotta, you know, but you still gotta put that work in with dating with intention. What's the intent to do? To be with that person in a long-term partnership. And we are in control. I truly believe that we are in control of that. Like every individual person is in control of whether they're going to date with the commitment and the expectation of a long-term partnership, or whether they just hooking up. They just casually
Correct.
dating.
There's no accidents. There's no trick me, trap me, right? Like no, you 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 was either being reckless or you was protecting yourself, right? And if you're being reckless, then you gotta take this shot, to cure this illness, or
Or bask in it. You know what I'm saying?
or bask in it, right?
Find a way to make it work. You know? I mean,
Go have this baby, right? And
the ones with the rosters is having the baby by the dude that got more money than the other dude, but he got some businesses and he pay this and he'll pay for her to go on trips, and and then the other dude got that, so I'm like, it's
yeah,
a different type of prostitution. You know what I'm saying?
and I acknowledge that it's a
Yeah.
different type, but I'm saying that it's still prostitution and it's still going,
Yes.
right? And again, because it's still prostitution, like to me, this shouldn't come with expectation of I shouldn't have to have treat you like a girlfriend, right? I shouldn't have to be nice and spend all my money on you at the same time, right? Like it's I don't know, man. Like
I
a
think
strip
they found a
a,
comfort.
a stripper in a strip club walking past, you might smack on her ass.
Now you might get kicked out for that.
You get kicked out for that, right?
You
But
might.
she looked like everything about her is for that, and
It's
you
for
still
specifically for
and you
that.
still might get kicked out
And you
for
might
that,
get kicked out, right?
right?
Unless she came up, told you, and told you to smack your ass, you might get kicked out for that.
Right? Or she might charge you for the dance so that you don't get kicked out, right? Right? Like it's, but cats want non-strippers, right? They want regular
Regular girls.
non-strip.
Regular
They,
girls.
they want non-stripping women to act like strippers, right? And it's I don't know, man. It's a bunch of confusion. It'd just be easier if cats just be honest, right?
In what way though? Do they want the girls to act like strippers? You know what I'm saying? Because that might not be a reach. That might not be
Right?
too far of a reach, right? Like, don't act like a strip. Don't carry yourself like I don't
I,
know,
see, I
because
think,
like, see,
I think, I think,
I never dated a woman who strips, who dances. I would use dancer or stripper, exotic dancer. So so my example of of women who do that is just a one of ratchetivity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's not stable. It's not nothing that's gonna be like, like, because I understand. I've heard women say this before. I've heard women say when they have options, or when they feel like they have options, you know, then it goes back to the man saying of, like women don't know what they want.
Know
you
what they
know.
want. Correct.
So it's hard to not say like, damn, that it's kind of some balance to that right there, because she got all these options, but you can't pick.
Balance.
Yeah, like
Balance. What?
which one?
Balance.
Do you not want
Balance.
to pick one? You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Mm. Yeah, see, balance again is comes up with intentions and has a purpose, right? It's not reckless. It's not all the way to the left or all the way to the right. Is recognizing and accepting the left and the right as choices that you could take. Not
well,
being bad or good, either one is just choices that you can make, right? And accepting the choice or the consequences of your decisions, right? That's what it means to be balanced. Like you become imbalanced when you're not accepting, right? Like when you are pretending to not know, because you like, why this always happen to me? Why, Lord? Why, Lord? Because of the choices you're making. Like,
that's it.
all I ever did was, I'm like, nah, like you lying, because you left out all the things you actually did, right? That got you locked up or got you in a situation, And I'm like, just stop lying,
That's it.
right? It's like I listened to this one cat did a snippet. I guess he said he was a friend of Tupac or something like that, and he was talking about how they was best friends and how he was supposed to look out for him and do all this stuff, and how he basically just flaked on him. And
Want
and I'm
to
Go ahead, God. My bad.
and I'm what the hell was that? and I'm listening to him, right? 'Cause I'm trying to understand his rant or the purpose for why he even getting screen time. And I'm listening to him. He's saying, I ain't even want nothing from him. I ain't want no money or nothing, right? I ain't want nothing. I just wanted a shot. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted just to set me up, put me in a room with somebody, just give me an opportunity, and I could just do my thing, right? He could have just gave me a job himself, right? He just could have put me as one of his staff members and put me on the team. I'm like, yeah, see, you lying ass motherfucker, right? You just got finished saying you ain't want nothing,
But you wanted a job.
but you wanted a job. You wanted him to give you a lifestyle that you could be proud to live without you having to do anything for it.
Man, talk about it.
But he lying, and I'm like, you getting all this emotional stuff, and I'm reading the comments, and I'm like, am I the only one paying attention to what's going on? Like, you saying you ain't want nothing, all you wanted was for him to put you in contact with somebody that could help you. You wanted him to give you some starter money, right? Because he had it. You wanted him to give you a job. You wanted him to give you a place to stay for free. You ain't want to have to pay no rent, no mortgage, no taxes, no nothing. You wanted him to get. You just wanted somebody just to give you, give you, give you, give you, give you. But you're saying you don't want that. You're lying to yourself and everybody at the same time, and you crying crocodile tears with real, like really feeling hurt, like it's bananas.
That shit, wow.
Like it's bananas, bro.
That's
Like,
wild.
I'm like, what am I watching? Like, why is this person? Why are all these comments supporting this BS?
I guess it's part of the drizzle community, you know, because because it's no self accountability. It's no, let me look at, was I What am I really this? Am I really acting like this? Is this an accurate description? And that's hard. I'm realizing, Ali, that is hard. You know what I'm saying?
It's
The
freaking
the
tough.
military made me get that. You know what I'm saying? The military made me get that. Like, man, like you don't self-evaluate what you got going on, your how you conducting yourself, man. It could be that could be the end. Your water cut off, your lights cut off. So it's a level of self-accountability, man, that's like, nah, it don't hurt. If somebody tell me this is what I'm doing, I'm acting like that, man, I'm gonna check myself. Maybe I am. Thank you. So I don't
Maybe
crash.
you are. Maybe you are. Right? Just maybe. Right? Like maybe they seeing it wrong. That's possible too. But maybe you are.
Man,
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like
that
it's
that's it.
yeah, bro. But yeah, like nobody talks about integrity, his loyalty, loyalty and royalty. Right,
Right.
but no integrity.
It's cool to be it's cool to be casual, because casual is really unconcerned.
That's right. The Fonz was casual, right? He was cool, right? The all the bad boys in the movies, from in the shows back in the day, they convinced us that the girls liked the bad boys, so the guys wanted to either be bad boys or be the best friends with the bad boys because that's how you can get the girls. If
Yeah.
you acted unconcerned, if you acted unbothered, then those are the guys that on TV they say that that's what the girls prefer, the bad boys. And I think on TV they do, but I think in real life they don't.
No, we saw that. We saw hip hop come into play. You know, and guys wore suits prior to that. You know, had Jerry curls and all types of little S curls, and some
Yeah,
shoes on and all that. So it switched up.
yeah.
You know, it
Now they
switched
wearing
up,
skirts.
and now it is anything goes. So that it's a lot of that stuff is casual, and I really don't think I don't know how to bring back the value of a relationship other than setting the examples. Because now we live in the day now where so many people want so much stuff, and it's a part where like people want stuff that they don't even have. They don't even have that, and that's a requirement that they making that a requirement for the other person. So it's really no incentive to even say, with that mindset, it's no incentive to even approach something as a build. It's only being approached as a what you got.
What you got? Not no building, no adding on. It's just what you got. What can I take? That sucks, man.
Yeah, and I think that's the big dilemma where I see everybody trapped at in that casual dating arena, because it's so much about what you got. It's not what we trying to have together, because it's so casual. And we see like it been going on for years. It's been going on for years. Yeah. And I know our folks been affected by it the most. So it'll be good for some folks who look like us to encourage some people to think about these relationships before they get into them, so they don't be high mileage and traumatized and filled with everybody else's energy, but they can't even discern their own.
Yo, oh man, what you said. So you said high mileage. You said, right? And and I was thinking as I was like, what would my closeout thoughts to this be? And I'm saying you just don't do both, right? Spare yourself the trauma
That's
of looking for a partner if you're casually like you live in a casual lifestyle. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I use the word, if you're gonna be a hoe, be a hoe. I said that, but I don't mean that negatively at all. I'm saying like if that's what you're doing, do that, but don't trick yourself into thinking that you're gonna find one of these frogs is gonna turn into a prince, right? Because that's where the trauma comes from,
correct.
and you're
That's
doing it to yourself, right? Because you're lying, saying that you're not looking for something that you're absolutely looking for, and every time you give a part of yourself, you hurt, right? Because somebody taking a piece from you that you wasn't prepared to give, right? Um,
the miles. That's putting miles on you.
and that's what I'm saying, right? Like, so I'm saying if you're gonna put some miles on, and that's what you on, that's where you at. That's where you at. That's cool. Don't do both though. Don't be trying to join the Mile High Club and you know what I'm saying? Like you just can't do both, right? Like if it's kind of like when Dick Gregory, uh, uh, in order to be taken seriously as an activist, he had to stop telling jokes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
In order for his commentary to not be funny anymore, no matter how he said it, he needed you to know that he was dead serious. So he had to step off of the stage, right? And only get on pulpits and platforms of knowledge, right? Because if he continued to tell jokes while practicing activism, nobody would listen to him or take him seriously because you wouldn't be able to know when he's being funny or when he's being serious.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do both at the same time because it's confusing to everybody. So that's what I was thinking when you said that you said high mileage and then you said the trauma. I was like, oh yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, because it's a high. Because it's like you said. It's not necessarily where we referring to the sexual part of the high mileage. We more referring to the trauma. It's just that having the intimate part contributes to the trauma because it's an illusion of you love or lust or whatever it is, but then it's just jumping from one person to the next person to the next
Mm-hmm.
person. And then the casual of it, the casualness of the interaction, when we say, if you want to be a hoe, be a hoe, that's fine. Ain't no problem with that. That's your lifestyle. Ain't no shame in your game. Do your thing. All right. But when did you practice to be in a partnership? Did you pick up any skill sets that's going to help you if you feel like when you found that person, you're going to be able to use this to be with this person now? How old do we get before, you know what I'm saying, we start to want to do that? Or do we just be like, you know what? I've been out here this long. I might as well just stay out here. Okay. That's a settle. If you ever think at one point, damn, I'm missing something. If you look at some people that got a relationship and you want to have that.
How do we get to a place of there are no good men if everybody out here casually dating? right? You know,
That's a
that's what
tough
I'm
one.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It has to be a lie, and it has to be double work being done, or work that conflict and work that's being done, because you can't have so many people talking about there are no good people out here while actively participating in the creating of more and more trauma on as many people as possible.
I think you know what, God, for real, just on it real quick, just on top of my dome. I really think that it's a lot of the majority of people who are saying it's no good men or it's no good women. I think those are the perpetuators of the casual dating,
I agree 100%.
because
I agree 100%.
they are okay with everything casual. They haven't checked themselves. They haven't stopped.
They haven't stopped at all on anything.
You know, most of the time, most people be in a relationship, they get out, they back in a relationship in 6 months with somebody new, with something new. Like it's rare. Somebody might go. I've heard women go as long as 2 years. I heard some. I'm even heard maybe 4 years, 5 years. I heard, but it'd be rare. You know what I'm saying? The average person, they back right into it, like 6 months, 8 months, something where because eventually they just want to take their mind off of the other person, so they want to get
which
distracted.
which is because what they tell us, like, the way to get over some old P is to get some new P, right?
That's in the men's world, yeah.
That's in the men's world, right? and
That's
and
that's
and
why a
that's
woman could get so used if she ain't on her game, because she just some new P. She don't even realize it, and then the dude stick with it for a little bit because it's till it don't feel new to him and don't
till it
feel
don't feel
fun.
new, right?
And then what?
On to the next one, right?
On to the next one. So
And now you got
keeping it
Steve,
casual.
yeah, keeping it casual.
All those two people can say is, well, I got what I wanted. Nothing.
Because all they got was because all you
They
got was the nut. That was it.
That's it. Y'all made each other come. Congratulations. You could have did that on your own and saved yourself the trauma
Yeah.
and the miles of trauma. Because just to go to somewhere else and do the same, repeat the same thing.
Cause not for nothing. Like, that's really all it comes down to, right? Like, all this trauma and bullshit is all about sex, right? It's all about just orgasms. Like, is like, even the fun is about the potentiality of the sex.
I would even go as far, God, to say that we might have a problem with sexual abuse.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
because it's being abused. It's not even regarded as anything that need to be valued. And because of that, we have families that suffer, families that don't even get formed that suffer. So like it might be a problem with that. It might just really be, we might need to add that to. Why don't nobody want to add that to the category? That's too church like. That's too moral like. Well, what you mean? I can't be out here just being casual, slinging that iron everywhere. You know what I'm saying? What you mean? I can't go out here and shake this thing, get this money, and do whatever I want to do and give. Yeah. So like,
See. But and damn, what you say? What do you mean that I can't?
what do you
Right.
mean that I can't?
So again, now the rebelliousness of it all is because you trying to restrict me, I'm gonna do the most to not be restricted because you said I can't. I'm gonna show you that I can.
That's it. That's what all that stuff be about is ego. That's why dudes be trying to hit all these chicks. That's when chicks doing that and that's what they on, they either like it or it's their ego. He ain't get me, I got him.
I got him.
Yeah. No, he ain't used me for nothing. I used him. How stupid you sound. Like when at the end of the day, he gonna be one of however many guys that be like, man, I did all this and did all that to that girl and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you think a guy wouldn't want to marry a porn star? You know, maybe some guys. I don't know. There is a podcaster, but that ain't what guys I know who went to college, who went to, you know what I'm saying, who've been in the military, who
That's not
they
what quote unquote
regular guys
guys.
is trying to marry. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So why a
Um,
person don't think that they could put themselves in that category? Like the only thing you wasn't on was camera. You know, so it's like, come on, man. Why put ourselves in those situations as young people, as people, you know? But it's promoted, so that's why you gotta be like, man, it's part of the culture. Have fun, do this, don't care, live for the moment, and it feels good. It's so influenced, you know, because there's more people saying live for the moment, be
See,
casual.
fun gotta be redefined, man. Fun gotta involve a condom. Fun gotta involve
Right.
like a STD screening before we engage. Fun gotta involve like
Come on, we wasting time, God. I'm already ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm already ready to go.
and I'm saying I can't have fun until I know we good.
Man, don't nobody want to wait
Right?
that long.
And that's the difference, right? The difference between a person that will go on vacation and swipe their credit card to have fun versus somebody that will save their money and
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 then
and
come next
and
year.
then go on vacation, right? Like both people went to Disney World,
Yeah.
true. Both people rode the same rides, true, right? Both people had the big turkey legs, right? True. Um, however, only one of them really had fun, right? The one that saved prior to and was prepared for the activity is the one that really had fun, right? The other person was thought they had fun,
They
but
thought they had fun, didn't they?
because because you got this credit card that you're gonna have to pay back with interest.
You're gonna be tight about because you're gonna have to take from somewhere else to try to take that out. Yeah, yeah,
So eventually that fun is gonna turn into a resentment or a regret, and it's like, damn, Disney World. Why now you mad at just the person you went with, or like just because you got to pay back this thing that you wasn't prepared to do in the first place, right?
yeah.
That's why I say you think you was having fun, but in reality, right, fun can only come about if you was prepared. If you wasn't prepared, you're not having fun.
I agree, but you know the rest of the world is gonna be like,
Right, like
whatever, Negro.
and
We
that's
having
and that's
fun.
the type of time I'm on, right? And I think
I
I
fuck with
think that I think a simple acceptance like that will change so many things because that's how we get to accountability and responsibility.
yeah,
Because if I can say I don't want nothing from you, all I want is for you to give me some free money, that I don't have to pay back, and enough of it so that I can do my whole life and start my projects, right? I even need enough money to fail at a few projects a few times too, right? So it's not fair if you don't give me enough money for that either. So I need that as well. Um,
You absolutely want something. Well, you don't want nothing. That don't even say you start. I can't tell. Nothing to me is a zero, you know? And when you say I don't want nothing but love, that's just seeing whatever you helped do better after or while in the process you was helping it. That's asking for nothing else.
Correct.
You know, that's zero. But that's how I look at my zeros and doing stuff for people like that. Like, if you, I love you, man. I want to see you do good. You know what I'm saying? Do well, do phenomenal,
Hmm.
whatever your dream. So,
Yep. Right.
you know, like real
And that's
talk.
another thing, right? Like, like what you just said was perfect, right? Whatever your thing is, right? Like don't keep up with nobody else, right? Like my woman don't have to look like or have the same type of attributes as your woman,
Yeah,
right?
like
And mine nor yours is better than the other, um, because I got what I want and need, and you got what you want and need, and I'm happy for you for that.
right.
I don't want mine to be like yours,
Yeah,
right?
that's wild. That's people that ain't got enough time on their hands. I mean, they got too much damn time on their hands and not focused on the blessing that they do have. You know, what you said, not knowing when you already winning.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like that sounds like a mindset of a person who don't know that they winning already. Because they compare, what are they comparing them? They comparing the wrong things. You know, they should be comparing the positive things and not comparing it, but actually taking from those positive examples and seeing where they can apply it in their own situation, you know, and being inspired.
yeah, we can't go through life lazy, right? We got to be scientists about this thing, right? And we got to evaluate, and we got to assess, and we got to observe purposefully, right? And not just look,
Yeah, that's a big thing, ain't
right?
it?
Looking at motherfuckers, right? That's why I say I hate them, man, because rubberneckers are a bunch of looking at like they actually mash their brakes so they can
Man,
turn their whole head to look at a crash, right? And they slow down and they have no intentions on doing anything about
but the
anything over there.
that's it, right?
They just want to look.
That's it. Well, see some shit.
This is awful, bro. This is
Oh, it is. It
this
is.
is awful, right? Like it's awful,
It is.
awful.
I laugh every time I see it. I be pissed off, blowing the horn too. I'm like, especially don't let me be in New York, and I know the police ain't get there yet, and everybody just man, I'm on the horn heavy, like man, move,
Like,
keep
what
it
you looking
fucking
at?
moving.
Like, are you a doctor? Are you about to jump out and go do something? Are you about to lift that car off them? Are you about to, put the fire out? What are you gonna do besides? Because all you are doing is holding up traffic and preventing uh the emergency responders
To
from
get there.
responding, right? Because your looking ass is in the way,
In the way, looking, ain't even
right?
paying attention
Like
to you
if
moving
you was
forward.
a scientist, you would have observed that you were in the fucking way, and you would have got out the way, right? As a scientist, you would have made the observation, you would have made the analysis, you would have assessed that.
When they say God, they made the analysis, they would have assessed. And a whole God model on their ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody is in danger and they need help, and I'm not help. I'm in the way. Let me get out of the way. Let me not be the person preventing help. Right?
Right.
Looking ass motherfuckers want to prevent help and then want to talk about how long it took help to get around they looking asses. Right? I hate them, bro. Like,
Casual driving ass.
like, I hate them, man. Like,
Oh, casual drive. You don't get your casual driving ass out the road. Yep.
cause it really does do that, bro. Like it prevents the emergency responders from being able to respond.
Yeah, it does. It does. I seen it firsthand.
Right? And
I seen it firsthand.
yeah, casual driving, nah, son. Like casual anything sucks. That's where I'm at with it. That's what I'm
I'm with it too.
at. That's what I'm
You know,
casual anything is for the birds, son. Like
for real. Because I'm even like, except for being relaxed, you know,
yeah, I could be in a casual mood. I can be in a casual state.
being relaxed.
I can't approach anything casually though. I don't think.
Yeah,
I think everything I'm approaching is intentful, purposeful. I have an expectation of productivity. Um, I'm looking for. I have an expectation of something that I can measure, right? If my input was enough or not, right? Do I have to do more? Did I do too much? Right? I'm looking for feedback. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for feedback. Right?
you sound like a scientist. You got a purpose, a hypothesis.
Right? Like,
You
you know,
got even got a conclusion, huh? What else? Yeah.
right? Like that's because casual, bro, is not good. So I hope everybody that listens to this, stop casual dating, um, and change the wording, right? I think that's ultimately, if you're not gonna stop, just change the wording and co- say you in your whole face,
Say you in your whole phase, men and women. Just say it. Nah, I'm just in my whole phase. I
right?
be
And
out of
and let that be the new casual dating um thing, right? Like, I'm in my whole phase, right? Because now no judgment, nobody has any expectations, right? And I think you are in a position to have your heart broken less because you are in your whole face and you are outwardly and openly in your whole face.
outwardly and openly in your whole face.
Right?
You know, fuck around though. But you so serious, God.
Super
Cause
serious.
I feel you though. Yeah, you know, because it is.
Right?
It
Right?
is
Like
like really is like that. You are less likely to hurt because you're admitting your truth, your own truth. You're living your truth and not scared to look in the mirror and say, that's what I'm doing.
that's what I'm doing, right? And so yeah, don't just stop calling it casually dating and say call it the whole phase, or 100% don't casually date and look for a life partner at the same time.
100% do not do that.
100% do not do that. I'm like that's not an Ali-ism. That's just what is real. Like that don't work. Like that's trauma driven, trauma filled, that's trauma packed, right? Like that is a self-licking ice cream that is dripping on your foot, right? Um, it's Yeah, don't do that.
Don't let the casual dripping ice cream get on your feet. Okay. That's our message for tonight.
That's just what it is, Scott.
We know what that means. It sound player. It sound cool, but it's for real. Don't let the casual dating ice cream drip on your feet. You know?
Yeah.
We'll come up with something else to round it off, but that's what we're gonna go with tonight. We want to thank you, God, for pulling up on Veteran Kettle Pop. We got some stuff coming on Veteran Kettle. Right here on Cigar Sundays live. Man, we had a great conversation like we always do. And we just gonna close it out like that. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification bell so you can know when we go live, so you don't miss an episode of Cigar Sundays live. Also, there's links in the description. Check out some of the products we got. We got literature, we got music, we have apparel, and more. And I'm gonna run this ad. It's a new thing we're running before we close out tonight. So peace, God. Everybody,
Peace, God.
Have a positive and productive start to their week. A peaceful, positive, and productive start to their week. And we'll see y'all right next time. Right? We'll see y'all next Sunday right here on Cigar Sundays Live. Y'all know what it is, y'all. I've been sipping a little bit. I had some water, but I had something else earlier. So everybody be blessed. Peace, family.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on a list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not know how, to not even know what responsibility means, right? Or what it means for you to be responsible. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, and support your interests and live.
When I take trips to LA, I always spend a couple of days. San Diego or even the Bay. West side when I land, I'ma say I'm an all-star. In my trucks, in my trucks, in my trucks. In my trucks, in my trucks, in my trucks. In my trucks, in my trucks, in my trucks. West Coast vibing, good smoke, blue riding out. I brought the black, then the reds, then I brought the blues. Collector's edition, I'm Chuck stepping after rules. No ice on my neck, still I'm so cool. High with the flow, cause this is what I really do. Fly like a pilot, my kick sick.